Friends, let me share one of my life experiences. I had the good fortune of undergoing a PG diploma course in fisheries management at Bergen University, Norway in 1987-88. So I was very happy to have received Norwegian government scholarship, and I was selected as a lone candidate from India. So I was representing the country in that diploma course at Bergen University. Initially, they gave us orientation at Oslo University in the city of Oslo, the capital of Norway. 1 month of orientation, they taught us the basic Norwegian language, that working language, and then they took us to the city and showed us different shopping malls and all. They made us to get acclimatized. When I reached Norway on August 8th, 1987, it was very cold, and they took me from the airport directly to the hostel in the Oslo University. When I entered the room, they had kept a glass of water for me to drink. When I looked at the glass, it looked like empty glass, but actually it was full of water. Just imagine, it was such a pure water, I couldn't make out that water is there in the glass. So I drank that water, and Norwegian waters are always very tasty, coming from the mountains, Well, friends, all of a sudden, when I looked at my watch, it was 10:30 p.m., but students were playing football in the ground. I looked through the window. How come students are playing out in the playground football at this hour, 10:30? Then I realized I have reached the land of midnight sun. In Norway, 6 months of full daylight and 6 months of full darkness. This is the speciality of those Nordic countries, especially Norway and Sweden and other adjacent countries. And I was laughing to myself, what a strange experience it is. And by 11:35 or 11:40, it began to become sunset. And then actually sunrise happens at around 1:30 in the early morning. So that was being the August month, summer time, the full of daylight. Well, after 1 month of orientation, they took us. During the tournament, during this orientation program, they took us to Gaesdal Island, a mountain place, not an island, it's a mountain resort, where they taught us skiing. They wanted to expose us to Norwegian culture. Norwegians, starting from small kids, they love to go for skiing. So that is Gaesdal is the mountain resort in near to Oslo, about 3-4 hours journey in the mountains. That experience I can't forget. 1 week of stay to learn skiing, and at the end of the week I learned skiing. I could go up to 100 meters height and then come down the slopes skiing in the snow, and that was a wonderful experience I had. During learning process, I had fallen very badly at the sides, which had bushy vegetation, hence I did not sustain any injuries, but I fractured this bone, this particular bone, right hand. And anyway, even in spite of that, I managed to ski. And after going back to Oslo, then I got the fracture bandage done and all. 1 month I had to take care of. But Even today I can go for skiing if I wish, because learning skiing is just like learning bicycle. Once you know cycling, that you will lifetime you will not forget to go cycling, right? Just like that. Even roller skating also is just like that. Well, I'll come to the important aspect of my today's experience that I want to share. At the end of 1 month, they sent us to our respective universities to pursue our studies, higher studies. Then I boarded the train that was to take me to Bergen city in the west coast. It's just like Mangalore. You can imagine Oslo is like Bangalore and Bergen is like Mangalore. The train has to pass through the rough terrain of the mountainous area and full of snow, and a wonderful experience. In fact, the journey from Oslo to Bergen is regarded as one of the most picturesque railway journeys in the world. So, as I was journeying in the train, at one station, a young university student boarded the compartment and he came and sat in front of me. You know, this was in 1987, September month. I was amused to look at the boy because he was carrying a big music set on his shoulders. That time it was a fashion for students to carry big sized music sets on their shoulders and then listen to music. I could see them later even in streets, in the open parks and all. They used to carry the music set on their shoulders. Well, that boy was busy listening to some music with the earplugs, and I was reading some book. All of a sudden, that student wanted to talk to me, it looks like, and he removed the earplugs and then he asked me, "Excuse me, are you from Pakistan?" He asked me. I said, "No, I am from India." I said, "India? Will you please tell me something about Gandhiji?" He requested me. I was so happy that someone in Norway he wants to know about the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhiji. In fact, just around that time, Richard Attenborough's movie Gandhi was released. I had seen both versions, Hindi version and Kannada, Hindi and English version, both I had watched. So the film was very much afresh in my mind. So I think I took 1 hour of class to him and I explained what Gandhiji stood for in his life, practicing non-violence, practicing truthful life, and then struggle for getting freedom to us. All these aspects I explained to him, and the boy was so happy. At the end, when his station came, he was to get down. At that time, all of a sudden, he took out his purse and removed 40 kroner currency note, and he came to keep that currency note in my pocket. I said, no, I don't want. I said, the student told me, no, this is a small gift from me to the man from the land of Mahatma Gandhiji. I was pleasantly surprised and I virtually had tears in my eyes. Who am I in this land? I am a stranger. Nobody knows me, nor do I know anyone in that country. Yet I was felicitated. Just imagine, because of Mahatma Gandhiji, I was felicitated in that alien land. We should never ever forget the contribution and the greatness of and the visionary who got us the independence from Britishers. We should never ever forget Mahatma Gandhiji.